Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. The problems with some conscious sisters. Now, y'all see the thumbnail. Got something to say about some conscious sisters. And I'm emphasizing the word some because one thing, I'm not going to be a hypocrite, and I've had a couple videos where I'm promoting the same type of sisters that are being shown in the thumbnail. That being said, I got to call out some negative behavior that I've seen in the past week with a couple of conscious sisters, and I've seen this before, and I've been quiet about it. And someone would say, well, how come on one hand you could promote conscious sisters but then have an issue? Man, you could promote somebody and still have an issue with something. Everything got a light and a dark side to it. And this is an issue that really has to be dealt with, especially by those who consider themselves conscious, what's derivatively called Hotep, whatever. Because there's some good people in those communities and everything who are like sincere. They trying to build up stuff. They trying to help. I know many personally. That's why I promote them. But then we got to say something about the bad side because a few can mess it up for a lot. Right? And, in that conscious thing, I say like strongly pro-black, black marriage, black love. And that's kind of what inspired me to do this, right? Because there were two sisters I followed on Instagram, right? Fine sisters, all of that, right? I ain't gonna give their names. I ain't gonna show them any love. Plus, I unfollowed one after she said what she said about something, right? Because one I unfollowed because there was a comment she shared, and I actually should have wrote it down before I hit the unfollow button, right? But it was about how brothers. One reason that some brothers are hard on women, right, is because of the pain they received from women, right? And, this woman wasn't sympathetic about that. Her thing was like, get therapy and stuff. And, I was just like, man, fuck this. And the reason why, I found like, it's like, damn, that's a fucked up attitude, is because this woman specialized in healing women, which I respected. I was like, oh, okay. And that's fair. Sisters need a lot of healing out there. And in general, any sister that's on that path is going to get my support. Okay. But then, and this is something I've seen not just with this one, but a few others. Yeah, they about healing women, but they like leaving the brothers to the thing. Leaving the brothers like just out in the cold, just like, bump them. Yeah, we're going to get our stuff together. But see, here's the problem I have with that crew. Like, yeah, let's heal the sisters and stuff, right? Let's empower, all of that. Who y'all supposed to deal with? Especially the women who promote black love. They'd be the main ones promoting black love, black marriage, saying black love is revolutionary. Well, who you going to deal with? You can't be promoting black love and then say you going to go get you a white man. Or black marriage. And if the men that you supposed to deal with and build with and have this wonderful black love with, don't they, shouldn't you be concerned about their healing? Which many need? Shoot, a lot of these brothers just need some women to just validate them. But then you gonna say, oh yeah, just go get some therapy. Well, they might get that therapy and then go get them a white woman. Because, you weren't trying to help. Shoot, they don't have any bond there. And that's it. And like I said, it's some. And I'm going to keep saying that throughout this podcast. It's some. Some got some real, they really trying to help, reaching out and everything. Got nothing but love for them. Let me make that clear. And, anybody come in the comments with something dumb, I'm going to ask you a simple question. Did you listen to the whole video? Because I'm very clear on some. And in fact, I think it hurts the ones who are sincere about really reaching out to the brothers and understanding what the brothers are saying. But then you get these other ones and they always on some, let them fend for themselves. And I just say, you know what, sometimes I can let something go, and I was just like, nah, I don't even want to hear this bull because she showed the colors right there. All right. And then there was another one I follow. And she's an interesting cat. Because this is a woman who's talked trash about other IG women and stuff because, she's more on a conscious thing. Right? Very physically attractive. Very tall and very physically attractive, right? This one, it talks some trash about all these other IG models showing their stuff. And I'm like, you only just a little bit more covered up than they are, right? But I said, I'll let that go. I don't know. Some model types like talking trash about each other for some reason. I haven't figured it out. But, I was listening to a live stream she was doing, right? I clicked it on. Once she talking trash about short men. Now, I understand she didn't have a preference for short men because she's tall. And I give women that. All women want to look up to a man. I mean, that's just a psychological thing. It has actually should be. It would work better if the man is taller than a woman. Even if he's 5'6", trust me, it'll work better if she's 5'1". Trust me, that's just ain't no problem. But damn, she could have just left it at that. Like she just prefers somebody her height and leave it at that. But she was going in on short dudes. I was like, damn, girl. And then going in on big dudes. It's because her perfect guy gotta be all of this. But I could live with that. I can, that ain't a big deal. Because I talk about going to the gym and everything. So I was like, that's not unreasonable. She keeps herself in shape. So it's unreasonable that she have a guy to keep herself in shape. The part that killed me was the money part. Well, two things. The money part, right? She was like, nah, he got to have his money together and stuff. He got to have it together. And I've heard other conscious pro-black women say, well, he got to have some money and all of that. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, you're pro-black and you're like, he got to have all this money. But the funny thing is, you the main ones who talk trash about these brothers who get up in corporate America. Trust me, I've seen it. You call them bougie or... they don't got locks or something. And I'm like, the overwhelming majority of black men in this country who are going to make money had to do it up in corporate America. And they have to have the corporate American uniform, So they might not have locks. Might not be able to put, have that incense and stuff, wear all those cool medallions and everything. And I was just like, Because then that's a big thing because a lot of these same women, they'll rail against the system and shit, but yet they want a man who's actually making money off the system. Don't want to actually build because there's very few just pro-black conscious hotep type of brothers making any money independent of the system. You might have a few that have maybe a vegan restaurant or something. I know a few, or a bookstore. Something like that, but that shit's hard. You dealing with the system, even though these anybody who call themselves pro-black on the internet or doing videos or something. Last time I looked, YouTube and other social platforms weren't owned by black people. I don't know, maybe Queerly TV, that's coming up. That's owned by an African. Maybe they'll start having videos and monetizing them and stuff. And even then, you're still dealing with, for now, a white controlled system. So I'm just like, well, wait a minute. You're going to rail against the system, rail against corporate America, maybe even talk trash about men in there. But then when you meet a guy, he got to have a whole lot of money, which is hard to do without dealing with that system. Think about it, and I'm serious. And I've met a few, because I'm qualifying this the whole way. Because there's some who are like, what, we can build together. They cool because they get the picture. But you saying, all right, you got all this, you all this pro-black marriage and stuff. But quite frankly, your rhetoric is rejecting a whole bunch of black men for whatever reason. Especially if they don't have that money, their stuff together, got that home. And I'm like, Most of them, if they're going to do it, trust me, they got a corporate position. Or they making money, or they on Wall Street, or they attorney, something. You dealing with the system somewhere. It's rare to find somebody who isn't. Or like dealing with it at a minimum. Because usually the ones who are making it, and usually the ones who are outside the system the most, they just getting by at best. Yeah, getting by at best. And I understand, and see, the funny thing is, I understand that coming from a bougie woman. A bougie woman. One who's caught up. One who, got her hair pressed instead of calling herself Linda, call herself Lynn. I get it from them. I get it. I expect it. It's like, if I don't get it from them, I'm like, oh. And you know what? They sincere. I actually respect them more. Because they caught up in that whole thing, so they want a guy caught up in it. I respect them more. But then when you hear a few conscious sisters putting down brothers, because it gets bigger than what these two women were doing, but just putting down brothers, saying this brother ain't in shape, or this brother ain't this, or he ain't making enough money. But then at the same time, you posting all these memes about black love and black marriage. It's just like, nah, sis, it don't compute. Nah, basically, you want to pretend like you're conscious. You got the locks. You get to wear all your colorful clothing. Get to use that incense and everything. But then you want some corporate dude to finance that shit. Nah, it don't work. I got a real problem with that. And if you're trying to build black love, hey, you know what? The person you might have to build it with might not be, that ideal type of man that you think you want. And I have to say it. It's like, nah, you got to look at the system and shit. Now, I'm going to end with this. I'll say this. These hypocrites got to be called out. I don't have a problem doing it. All right? Pay attention to it. I listen to the rhetoric. And like I said, I'm in with this. You got plenty out there, plenty of conscious, pro-black, Afrocentric, whatever you want to call it, sisters who really trying to build with a man. They say black love and they mean it. It's not just a romance thing, but they show that they concerned with the brothers. They show that they're concerned with it, and they try to, and they don't mind building with a brother who's trying to do something. They ain't trying to build with a bum, which no woman should try to do. But they see, if they see a brother trying to work and do something, he's doing it. I mean, I know some brothers, they got schools, got sisters trying to building with them. Not trying, building with them. Or they just working in the community, or they just, they just out here doing their thing. Sisters building with them. So, I'm just, like I said, it's some, not all. Let me make that clear, not all. But you get some who just want some bullshit. And see, the biggest problem with the ones who want some bullshit, sometimes they have platforms like IG to spread their bullshit. That's where the problem comes in. So, I just had to get that off my chest, because it's a shame. You see somebody and they talk trash and, they rejecting half the brothers, but then get mad at those brothers if those brothers get a white woman. Or it is like, oh, well, you don't have money. The dude building some stuff might be in school or something or whatever. But, they want him to be as successful as that brother who's has zero consciousness but got up in corporate America. What y'all think on that? Now, I hate to call the shit out. It's a behavior that got to stop. And some of the sisters who really trying to build, maybe some of the sisters, they need to say something. They need to call the women out on their bullshit. Because trust me, I got some stories. Like I said, man, I've promoted conscious sisters before. We'll still do it. But with every group, I don't care what it is, you got some good ones and you're going to have some bad ones. Don't let the bad ones, you got to call out the bad ones and don't let the fucked up thinking spread. So anyway, right, that's it for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.